I'm muted. Okay. Basically, I've been playing this in my spare time. Uh, so let's see. Okay, we're good. And I've been been slowly learning. So figured if I'm gonna be playing it anyway, stream it, post it. Sure. I did at least learn enough to get the plane started, do takeoff, and I've tried a bunch of landings. Have not been successful yet, but getting better, closer. So yeah, I figured that other stuff would be boring, but this will probably still be pretty boring. But I figure I can just set up like a quick mission where I keep doing my cold starts, which only take me a couple minutes now, and then do takeoffs and landings here pretty quick. So I think, and I don't really know what's proper or not, so I think I'm just going to, it's a good airport. It's not liking this. Maybe I'll just go here to here. Should be enough time, I would assume. So we'll be taking off at a heading of 07 and landing the same heading. Okay, makes it easy. See, I should know how to do this. Man, it is laggy. It's not liking me trying to stream it. Set that to player. I don't really care if I have any weapons. But for waypoint, oh, did not mean to do that. Get rid of that. Let's get like a waypoint way out here so that I know to fly out this direction, and then set another waypoint here. That way I can practice some of my radar stuff too. Okay. So then with waypoint 3 of 4, gonna land. Then waypoint 2, going to edit. Then waypoint 1, we're gonna edit. Just get them lined up with the headings. Somewhat. Alright. Otherwise, I think that's all good. I'm gonna save this quick. Start landing. Cold start. Langing. Some fantastic typing. Yeah, I didn't think it would let me put that slash there. Okay. Let's fly it. See what happens. You can't see it in the camera, but I have a little HOTAS throttle system. Yeah, though I figured I'm gonna be playing it anyway, so If you're not familiar with it, this little tracking thing here, so it's tracking my head. Here, it appears I messed up and did not put myself on the ground, but look at that. I have my starts down pretty well, but okay, that should do that. I have my starts down, but I just want to hammer them in, you know, get them to the point. It's not even a question. I am in a building. Yeah, I had a feeling that wasn't going to go well. All right. Be right back. I think I just realized another little flaw here is I need to add a waypoint looking this way so that my plane starts looking this direction. That should be good. I am not looking that direction. Why is that? It's a bit of a problem. I don't fully know how to handle all this. Need any weapons? Okay, I'm probably just gonna do some wonky stuff here. If I just start myself here, just in case there's a building there, start there. Now we'll save. All right. Is there a building? No. Could have spawned there. It's all right. Okay. Get all this set up. It's safe. I might miss a couple steps. We're gonna do this. That was the actual one. I'm an idiot.
Fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right.
Okay.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left.
Do these
Engine
tests.
Fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed
It's
air
not
left.
wanting to look left all
Bleed
the way.
air left.
Okay. Turn on the APU. That's it till that light goes green. Okay. Then we turn the engine on. You can see from this number, we let that get to about 25 RPMs. And then we put the engine up to idle, which will have it resting around 65 RPMs. While that's resting, we can turn on all our screens. Whoa. I did not have my throttle cranked up a little bit. We're gonna get rid of the HOTAS there in the middle, just to be able to see a little bit better. Let's do some of this while we wait. Set that to radar. INS should be on auto. Is the day. Okay. Don't need any of that right now. I hate looking at the map, so I always turn that off. Okay. Let's make sure all this is set. Put that on half. We need that to field. D-skid on. We're gonna need those on eventually anyway. Okay, then we bleed the air from the engine. Then we can put our canopy down. There it goes. Put our mirrors out. Okay, make sure our oxygen's on there. Flow's on. Let's see. Push that once. Let's get our INS started up. Go standard heading. Let that cook for a minute. Some FCS. See all these X's here and some of these cautions, so just press that. Gets rid of some stuff. Should just go away though. Okay, there it goes. And then we push this button. It gets rid of all those X's. And then over here, we have some tests we gotta run. Our engine is also good, so we're gonna just start the other one right away. Same thing, let it get to about 25. And then put it to idle. And then once that gets up, the APU will shut off automatically. We almost have our heading figured out. Okay. Let's wait for all this. Let's see, we got tests to run. I don't really know what interacts with what though, so I just always let stuff finish before I start messing around with stuff. So while okay, heading's done, we can switch that over to IFA. Changes this. Don't fully know what that does, but yep. Our heading is set to north. It's whatever. Probably won't use it anyway. Okay, let's do this test. We hold Y, FCS. Runs that. And then I'm going to go in here. And shouldn't have anything. Just gonna switch that to the HUD for this flight. Okay, all that's good. I'm going to just go back to, no, the bit menu. That's right. Then we're going to, we might actually already have the JC. We do, okay. So then we're going to run this test. A bunch of different shapes will come up. We let this cycle through twice. Whoa, why is my stream is on the wrong title? I just noticed. I changed all that before I started. I did not fully do it though. So I'll be back in a sec. How's it going? Why is it's not working? It is a sweet plane. My stream title's not right though. Can't get it to change. Maybe this will do it. Okay, there it goes. My bad. My bad. Alright, we'll resume this test. Let this run through a couple times. Admire the landscapes. Alright, once we see that grid another time, we'll stop it. Alright. So now that's all up. Not gonna do the alignment right now. Otherwise, am I forgetting anything? Radar on. I think we're good for this little flight here. Oh, all these need to be on. There's always this one Oh, I never actually cranked this. That engine. So my APU actually never shut off. Yeah, don't need anything else. And we'll wait for the APU to shut off here. Actually, I'll just do it. Yeah, alright. We're ready to taxi. Probably just gonna put this up to like 75. Where's this runway at? Okay, take the first left. Just apply the brakes as needed. It's a little fast. I'm not the best at this. Alright. We'll continue down the center line of the runway. Decrease our speed a little bit. I'm really moving. We're a little off, so just line myself back up. Alright. So here we hold the brake down. Do final checks. We're going to switch this over to... Yeah, that's fine. We don't need radar for this. Okay. Then we hold our brake down. We go up to 80 RPM. And once we're at a stable 80, let go. We push it down into afterburner. You want to get yourself straight before takeoff, and once we hit about 150, we're going to pull back. Here, I'm just going to slow. Actually, I'm not going to slow. We're going to put our landing gear up and put our flaps to auto. We're going to climb to about 6,000. You can see that there on the right. And we want to maintain around 300 knots. See, we're hovering around that. We're just going to slowly drop as we're climbing. Actually, I'll set our max speed at 350. And we're going to overshoot our altitude limit here a little bit. I just realized we took off the wrong direction, I'm pretty sure. So let me check. Oh, no, we're good. I don't know what that was. Oh, it's like measuring for me? Okay, that's cool. Alright, so we're gonna just keep flying this way. We're gonna maintain about 6,000 altitude. We're gonna drop our speed though to about 350. In here, I'm going to set my altitude to, what do I have it on? Should be radar. Okay. So we're going to set that so it maintains our altitude for us. I don't have to worry about that. Maybe. I just realized I didn't do any of that. Okay. We can do all this right now, though. Okay, and then autopilot on. Wouldn't set my altitude for some reason. That's alright. We're going very fast now. I also realize I don't... Okay, we're on the heading anyway. We're gonna set that to auto. Sequence is on, so we're gonna scale that up. Alright. Now we just get to cruise. A little off center here with my track cam, I can see, so I'm just gonna recenter myself. I just realized when I try to look over to my chat, it's probably a little disorienting for you guys. Let's see our time to our, technically, this would be waypoint 2. Just under 2 minutes to there. So this will be pretty quick. And somehow I let myself reach nearly Mach 1. I might have been Mach 1 actually. So we're going to slow way down. Speed brake on. Don't want to pull back too hard on the throttle. That's how you just drop out of the sky suddenly. Closer way, about a minute. 14 miles is that number above the time there in that top right corner. Let's see, now we're almost 13 miles. I'm going to pull back even more. $11 miles. Should have been watching for that airport. Slow down even more. Okay, F10. Oh, I thought we were going to this one. It's alright. So this one's a little inland. This one might be a little hard for me to find. I'll pull back even more. We're not really dropping speed like I want to. $5 miles, 45 seconds. So when we make this turn, we'll want to be on a heading of 070. Heading are those numbers up at the top there. And we're now below 350. So at this point, I'm now also going to start dropping. Just pushing down on the joystick breaks my autopilot. And we'll probably start increasing speed here, so I'll monitor that. And we have this set to auto, so it should swap to my next tracking target, and it did. Just realized I did not do any of this either. My altitude, where is it going? Just set that really low. So now we want to be, for this turn, we'll eventually meet up with the, basically for this turn, I'm just trying to get down to around 3,000 on my altitude. We're going to start pulling up now. Should have started pulling up a little sooner. Speed's doing all right. We're going to increase our altitude a little bit. We're a bit low. And once we see that heading hit 070, we'll know we're close. For some reason, the airports never seem to really be on like the true heading though, or maybe it's mine. It's not my radar and stuff isn't set up correctly. This should also be barometric when we're in flight, but at least as far as I know. Okay, we've overshot the 3,000 a little bit because I wasn't paying attention. Gonna pull back on the speed a little bit. Just gonna keep going at this angle. This auto swap with the waypoints probably isn't gonna work. So we're a little far away. So let's just straighten out a little bit. And once we come back in line with our airport, we'll straighten it back out. We are climbing a little bit. Let's pull back on the speed even more. Goal is once we get close. Oh, it did swap. Okay. Once we get close, we're about 2 minutes out. We want to make sure we're below 350 knots, and we want to be at about 3,000 altitude. So I'm just going to slowly drop now and pull back on my speed. My speed brake's been on for a while. Pull back more. Should be able to see the airport here soon. I think I do see it off the head here. Okay. So we're going to do a flyby landing. Once we line up 070 on the heading there. So what we're going to do is we're at just under 3,000 radar altimeter. We're just gonna keep dropping our altitude. And essentially what you do is you fly in like a square around the airfield and then back out to about here, maybe a little further out over the water, and then we're gonna turn back into the airport and come in slower and lower. So now we're going a lot faster because we've dropped a bunch of altitude. So we're going to apply the speed brake. There's our airport. I've done a couple straight-on landings. Those go somewhat well for me. I've only done one successfully, so I don't know about so well. But these, I mess up like every time. So I can never maintain my altitude while maintaining my enough speed. So, and then this is the first bend. Basically, we need to turn a little sharp. Try to maintain our altitude. We don't really want to be below 1,000 throughout this whole process. I was planning on maintaining about 1,500 actually. So here we go. And our speed's dropping. That's good though. Once we hit right now, I'm going to put my flaps to half. It's going to change the pitch and the speed of our plane. Keep watching our runway. Make sure we're still looking like we're going to be able to land there. This is always the part I mess up, though. So then on our way back out, we want to try to line up with our runway so we get a straight shot back in. Once our speed drops below about 250, that is when we can drop our landing gear and drop our full flaps. And we would like to do that on this final jaunt away from the airfield. So we're still not quite straight away, so we're going to keep squaring that up. So we look like we're pretty good. Going to straighten her out. And our altitude climbed quite a bit. We're a little fast, but I'm just going to deploy full flaps. Now we can let our altitude drop to around 1,000. So we're just going to let it do that. We're going to fly a decent ways out over the water. Our speed is still increasing. So I'm pulling back on the throttle a lot. Yeah, we are still very fast here. We're just going to keep flying as much as we need to get that speed to drop, though. So here's we approach 1,000. We're just going to pull up on our stick here a little bit. Make it as smooth as possible. 900 is perfectly fine. We're watching our speed drop. And so here, I'm going to start making my turn. It's going to be pretty sharp. Going to increase our speed a little bit. Okay. Just keep watching all of our stuff. Make sure we're still on an okay line. Gonna jack our speed up more. We're a little slow for how far out we are. So you can see we're still about 7 miles out. So now we're getting close. We're gonna straighten her back out. We're in a bit of a climb. Drop down. And can we see our runway? Our runway is a little off to the right, so we turned a little sharp. And we're gaining altitude when we don't really want to. And crank a little bit to the right so we can line up a little bit better. At this point too, we're also going to drop our landing gear. It should give us plenty of time to line ourselves up here. We're going plenty slow. And I'm going to drop a little bit. We're a little high. Would have liked to have been closer to about 600 here, so this landing might be a little rough because we are going to be very fast through this. Gonna try to line myself up a bit better here. Okay. Our landing gear should be down. We're a little short.
Check gear, check gear.
What is wrong with our landing gear? Oh, was it not out? I don't think our landing gear was actually out, so we're going to be a little short here. That was probably my best landing I've ever done, though, so I can't be too mad about it. I don't know why my landing gear didn't come out there. Just going to turn a little bit, make sure we stay on. We're just gonna feather the brake a little bit. Wow, it's like my first semi-successful landing. I'll pull back on the throttle there. Oh, okay. That was good. That was real good. I'm happy with that. I will say a lot of runways on this map aren't on the coast, and they're like impossible to see, at least for me. I cannot find them. So usually I like to land on the one that's a little south of here on the coast, because you can see it while you're out over the water pretty well. If you look, there's not too many that are on the coast, actually. A lot of them here, like inland. And they're like just so hard to see. Ooh, first semi-successful landing, though. Let's see. Did I get any warnings for that? Should have read a stop. Get this pulled. So now we're parked. Let's see. Everything's pretty close. You want this at 12. Now it's at 12. What is the other? Otherwise, we don't have any other warnings. It's a halfway decent landing. Why is our altitude going off? Alright. I think off that, I'm going to do something a little more advanced. Let us... I believe this one has an enemy on it. It does. I don't really know how to set this guy well, but I have him on orbit, but it seems like every time he spawns in, he literally just flies to, like, this landing strip. So usually I have to take off and, like, fly super fast if I want to try to kill him. Also, I don't think last time I had my missiles set up right. I don't even know what good missiles are anyway, but... like, I don't know what the difference is between all these, so I'm just gonna swap some of them around though, because it didn't seem like they wanted to work for me last time. Gonna go with those because it has an active radar. Oh, I switched the wrong one. I don't know how to use air-to-ground missiles yet, so it doesn't really matter. So maybe I'll just pick a different air-to-air missile, see if that helps me out. I'll just select every missile, see what works. Okay. With this guy, what can I do to... Can I just add a bunch of these to make him fly in circles so that he's an easy target for me? I don't know what I'm doing with that, but let's fly it and see what happens. This one I don't have to cold start, so I'm just going to take off. We're probably going to get up to like 450 knots here. I'm just going to do some quick stuff here to get my stuff set up a little better. Take that off, set this to auto. Maybe not. We don't have our heading sorted out. That's all right. Then our radar is on, and we're just gonna go for a takeoff here real quick. Full afterburner, make sure our flaps are half, okay. Same thing, 150 knots, pull back. And we are going to stay in full afterburner very quick. We need to get to 6,000 altitude again. That's about the height this guy's flying. Landing gear up. Flaps to auto. Here, we're going to get our weapon on. Make sure our... I don't really know how to work the radar well, but I know a little bit. And get this set up so we're looking for him. Start decreasing our climb a little bit. This guy is a little over 6,000, so it's not too bad. We'll probably drop down, and we're going to start our turn. We're fine dropping our altitude a little bit here. I think I want our max altitude to be about 63, so we are very fast right now. Sure, our sensors over here. Alright, now we're a little under 6,000. Turn very sharp. Pull back on the throttle. Keep turning until we're back in line with our heading. Oh, we can see him. He's only 8 miles away. Should have our AMRAAMs selected here. So he should be getting targeted, but he's not. Oh, we are in safe. That would be why. Wait, did he just eject? Oh, that was a missile. And there we go. I don't know how to eject, so. As you can see, I don't really know what I'm doing. Restart that quick. Need to get my thing out of safe mode right away. Here, we're just going to pull this very quickly. Stop ourselves. Turn our map off. Get this done. Not gonna worry about the heading. Okay. Everything else should be good. We're gonna select waypoint 1, auto. See if that, and then scale that down. Okay. Full afterburner. All right. Landing gear up. All right, climb hard. And flaps up. And we're going to make sure we are in arm mode right away. Climbing fast. It's good. We overshot our height again. We're going to select our AMRAMs very quickly here. This time we're going to take a very sharp turn. A little out of control there. Go. We're way over our target height and target speed. So we're going to slow it down. Let's make this really wide. I never saw him on radar last time, so there he is, right off the nose. We are armed. Gonna uncage. I hope that's what we did. We got a missile out. Oh. We're gonna drop.
Altitude. Altitude. Roll left. Roll left.
Okay. Should have avoided that missile. Can I see him? He's behind us to the right. Okay, he's trailing. I don't think I ever got my AMRAM figured out there.
Altitude.
Where'd he go? It's on our tail again. Okay. Our missiles aren't locking for some reason. We're very fast. I'm gonna actually get some altitude here. Oh, he's got a missile out. I don't think I have my flares on.
Altitude.
Oh,
Altitude.
I think we got hit. We did get hit. I'll have to work on that more. I don't know why I don't get any lock. I flew with someone once and they walked me through it and I got everything to lock for me then, but doing exactly that, so let's see. Let's run through this one more time. Move myself back here. Okay. We'll run through this again. Go try and land again. Hopefully it goes a little smoother. Alright, so we first things first, drop that, push that forward, get our battery on,
Engine fire
run these
left.
tests.
Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right.
I'm going to skip the second part of that test. Wait for our APU to start. Get that cranking. Okay. Dispenser. Set that to bypass. Okay, and then we're going to set that. To set that.
Flight controls.
Okay,
Flight controls.
things coming on.
Roll left.
We should already have our JCMS on. Set that. Close this canopy. Get our heading started. And this time, let's actually turn our IFF on. And our data link. I'll run these tests, sure. Okay. Honestly, I don't care about the never actually checked to make sure that is okay before doing that. Not gonna run the display test. If we get those lights on, even though I forget to turn them off every time. that on. I know there's a switch in front of that I'm supposed to have on as well, but I can never reach it. Get our oxygen on. Be good. We can run this lights test. Still don't have a heading. It's probably because I messed it up. Or not a heading. We don't have. Whatever this is. Whatever. I don't care. Let's just try to land again. Might have missed some steps. Might have forgot some stuff. Perfectly alright. Everyone likes hearing their pilot say stuff like that. Yeah, we're good. Believe this is our turn. Want to try to keep the plane on this center line. A little fast through that. Okay. Now we're at a full stop. Crank this up to 80 RPMs. And release. Full afterburner. There we go. Landing gear up. Flapped auto. Same thing as before. We're going to try to stay below 350 knots. So your speed's dropping solidly. We're going to climb to about 6,000 though. So we want to try to maintain this speed maybe a little faster through the climb. Okay, we're at 4,500, so we're going to start tapering this off. Start pulling our speed back as well. Keep tapering it off. And we overshot a little bit. That's alright. Same thing. We're going to just pick our is it not wanting to turn on? That's fine. is not wanting to work for me. I don't know what I did wrong, but it's alright. Got about 3 minutes till waypoint 1. Just enjoy the flight. We're going very fast. Notice I do that. I'll let my hand rest on the throttle and just slowly push it forward. A city down there. Okay, 2 minutes out. Speed's back down to 350. So now we're just gonna press down on the throttle a little bit. We'll start dropping a little bit since we're a little high. See if we can see our, yep, right there, right in the little above the center. Right there's our runway. I'm gonna pull back hard here on the throttle because we are going to start descending into our 3,000 altitude. So we will pick up speed rapidly. Here, we're going to start our gentle turn. Again, I believe our heading target is 070. So we're just doing a nice slow turn. Push up on the speed a little bit. Everything's looking good. Might actually descend a little more steeply. We are still a little high. turn a little sharper. Oh, we never went to auto, so this is our next target. We're just gonna go all the way to waypoint 4 though. We're about 20 miles out. Right now it has us. Ooh, we were descending at a rate a little quick. Overshot our waypoint there a little bit. So we're just going to slow our descent down. Try to get our speed back down. 20 miles out. It's alright if we're a little to the right of that line. We gotta do our flyby anyway. We're pretty far outside our line, I would say. So at this point our altitude is dropped low enough for where we're at right now. See if we can see our runway. I think it's somewhere up there to the left. So we are pretty far off to the right. We did not turn as sharp as we should have. Right, we're gonna climb. Not 100% sure what that little beeping thing is down there. Usually that's like our nose target, but it's being weird. I don't know how to reset that. Okay, we're a little low. Still trying to look out for that runway. It's not our runway. Let's start turning into the left. We're just going to treat this like our initial flyby. Let's see, we're about a little under 8 miles away. Pulling back on our speed. There's our runway. Alright, we're just going to treat this like our first leg of the first leg here. So we're going to try to drop to about 1500 altitude and probably going to shoot for around 300 knots down to 250. Okay, straighten out here. Let's keep dropping a little bit. It's our beautiful, beautiful runway. Alright, level off a little bit. turning again. I'm going to turn a little sharper this time. Try to maintain this altitude. This is a good altitude. Applying speed brake. It's hard to tell where my altitude is because my nose thing is all over the place. This landing might become difficult. Alright, we're about 1,000, so we want to maintain that, so we're going to pull up. Speed brake is on, we're pulling back on our stick. We're going to go a little wide here. Go a little wide so that when we come back around we can readjust. I'm going to put my flaps down half. And we're going to climb back up a little bit. We're a little low. Let's get our altitude back to radar. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, speed's looking good. We're out over the water. We're gonna start turning again. Don't really care if... There, finally my nose came back. Is it because I didn't align my stuff? Okay, our speed's a little low. I'm gonna turn a little sharper. Flaps are now full. Gonna increase our speed. We did get very low there. I did not realize it. Okay, this landing's a little screwed up already. We're gonna try to maintain below 250 knots while still getting this landing done. Stay below 250. We're gonna try to climb back to about 600. Maybe we can get our nose realigned here. Let's climb. Climb as much as we can. Straighten her out. This landing's gonna be hard. I won't be able to see the runway. Is our landing gear out? Better not be. Okay, pulling back on the sticks. Can we see our target? Target is to the right, quite a bit. Okay, altitude climb back up. We're gonna try to line ourselves back up here. And our speed is a little quick. Good enough to drop our landing gear out. Okay, now we're pulling back hard on the throttle. Not too hard though. Gonna apply. Doesn't feel like our landing gear is out. Yeah, I knew this landing would be scuffed with our nose so far out there. We're on the ground though. Brake is being applied. Even though that was very scuffed, that was my best landing yet. So I'm happy with that. Pull back on the throttle. Alright. Let's get to a hangar. Awesome. I feel good about that. Oh, nose wheel steering got turned off at some point. Gonna get our speed back up a little bit so we can get over this hangar. Which I was reading online, they actually should automatically open for you, so we'll see. That would be kind of cool. It was good. I feel like I'm a lot better with the landings now. Not perfect, but just keep practicing. I don't actually know if these will automatically open for me, but we're gonna give it a shot. Just see if we can pull straight into this one. It's not looking like it. Is there some command I can do? Let's see. Press takeoff. Let's parent menu. 5. Nothing in there, it looks like. What about ground crew? Rearm, refuel, ground electric power, request repair, wheel chocks, ground air supply, salute, request launch. Don't need any of that. Alright, either way, that's good for the day. Thanks for watching, I suppose. Hope you guys enjoyed. Probably be doing Space Marine 2 tomorrow. See if we can beat that game finally. But alright, thanks for watching.